got a job.
Okay. Meeting of the Board of Estimate, full board present, August 10th, 2023. Item 1, Julissa Sierra requesting the approval to authorize the treasurer to transfer funds within the senior trip lines for expenses of charter and venues as follows. From the Senior Citizen Donations Fund Balance to Senior Citizen Programs Use of Donations, $15,000. Leonora, you said there's no backup information other than a follow-up email basically stating the same, correct? There's no where, how the trips are funded, nothing. All right, can you request more information from her? And we'll motion to table.
So moved.
By Massey, seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor to table?
Aye. Aye.
Item 2, the enclosed amendment number 1 from CDM Smith dated June 22nd, 2023 is requesting additional compensation in the amount of $10,850 for the following. Bathymetric survey to be performed at each of the 3 reservoirs, to provide documentation of the water depths, to help with location collection sites for sampling of the reservoir sediment, and for laboratory analysis. Jacob Tweel is requesting the approval of this amendment in the amount of $10,850, which will increase CDM Smith's existing contract to $146,170, and to authorize the treasurer to transfer the following from water treatment plant $10,850 to reservoir water quality study. Motion by Rodriguez, seconded by myself. I spoke briefly with Jacob on it, and he said he would offer the explanation in his, this is additional work as part of the Reservoir Dam project. Any other questions? Everybody comfortable voting on it? All right. Any further questions? None? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Item 3, Tweel requesting that Mr. George Imbragno, resident of 364 North Street, be reimbursed in the amount of $108.13 for fees incurred when his vehicle was impounded on July 24th, 2023, when the Department of Public Works began milling on Wisner Avenue. The vehicle was parked on the street and therefore was towed by the police department. On that morning, Mr. Imbragno claims that there were no signs posted that stated no parking in the area was permitted. Unfortunately, photos were not taken after the signs are posted on that date, or on Friday, July 21st, by the Street Department of Public Works, therefore asking Mr. Imbragno be reimbursed in its entirety. Motion by
I'll make it.
Massey, seconded by
Second.
Rodriguez. Mr. Massey doesn't want to be consistent.
Pardon?
You don't want to be consistent with your water department argument from a couple weeks ago that getting on Railroad Avenue, you said that getting a statement from the person who put up the sign should be adequate? Do you recall that?
I do recall that, but you can't discuss it until a motion is made.
Motion's on the floor.
So now there's a motion, so why are you assuming that I'm going to vote yes?
you
Why are
didn't-
you assuming I'm going to vote yes?
I asked for comment and you didn't give any comment.
I didn't hear you ask for comment. I apologize
Okay.
for that, not apologizing for what,
Okay, well, did you want to comment on it?
no.
Okay. Roll.
Aye.
Mr. Massey?
Aye.
I'll vote aye also. I'm glad you're consistent. Item 4, Richard McCormick is requesting the Board of Estimate to approve the Civic Plus Statement of Work for the agenda and minutes of management set to expire on 12/31/23 and authorize the mayor to sign. Motion? Mr. Rodriguez,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Massey. Rick McDermott, give us a couple minutes. Doesn't look like a couple minutes is necessary, but go ahead.
Absolutely not. So we are currently using Granicus for our agenda management solution, and while they've been great, since we have gone with Civic Plus for our website, our emergency management system, and our FOIL system, Civic Plus offered us a really great deal to transition our minutes and agenda management system to them. So it'll be $7,400 for year 1, and then it drops to about $5,000 in year 2.
Is it properly budgeted?
Yes.
Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mr. President, is there any possibility we can go back to the last? I will make a comment, since you brought it up.
No, I think you already voted on the item, so
Yeah, absolutely, and I'll tell you why.
you'd like to make a
I'll
motion-
tell you why I voted on it.
would you like to make a motion to reopen that resolution?
Yes,
Make a motion.
I'll make a motion to reopen that for discussion purposes.
I don't know, I think the person who sponsored the resolution, which was,
Die for lack of a second.
your motion died for lack of second. Motion's passed already, and I think you didn't have the right to make the
You
motion
don't
anyway.
care what you.
Item 5, Recreation and Parks Department has given several donations totaling $10,250 to go towards scholarships. All of these donations were designated by the donors for camp scholarships, requesting the Board of Estimate to accept these donations and authorize the treasurer to deposit the amount into the 270507 summer camp scholarships. It's a $10,000 donation from Howard Avery and a $150 donation from the CSEA retirees,
You got more, yeah.
a $50 donation from Patrick and Kelly Kennedy in memory of Patricia Keys, and a $50 donation from Lolo Caldwell in memory of Patricia Keys. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. Mr. Avery is a former city employee. Raylyn, you're going to come up and speak about it?
Yes, Mr. Howard Avery is a former employee for the Recreation Department. He's been a cleaner in the past for us for, I'd say, 10, 15 years. Due to health matters, he was no longer able to work with us. He did help out tremendously with the move to the new building and the cleaning and setting up of everything. CSCA retirees every year make a donation. They have a picnic in the park and take a donation and put it towards camp scholarships. And the passing of Patricia Keys in the middle of June, her family requested in her obituary that donations be made on her behalf to sports camp. Mrs. Keys loved kids, and her grandson currently works for us at sports camp.
Okay, so we have a motion by myself, seconded by Rodriguez. Any comments?
Can we honor Mr. Howard
Yeah,
at a council meeting?
absolutely. Mr. Avery,
I would like to.
Yeah. There was also another donation that he made to the PBA. He gave it to the chief, and we were speaking to him. We would definitely like to do something for Howard at a meeting, if possible.
He worked in the sanitation department, right?
no, you work for Rec.
I think
Yeah.
when he retired, he worked.
I
for-
believe he was retired from the school district,
School district?
and then started working for us part-time.
All right, any other comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6, Leonora Liz requesting from the Board of Estimate to approve and authorize temporary borrowing from the general fund balance in the amount of $2,500,000 for the parking garage project on South Street. These funds will be reimbursed to the general fund from the New York State DASNY grant given by Senator Skoufis. The funds will be assigned to the project line 5132-201. So $2.5 million from fund balance to the parking garage project, sponsored by myself,
Second.
seconded by Mr. Massey. Any further comments?
Just one.
Yes, sir.
Did she get Jacob's approval?
I did not.
You're supposed to say, before you answer. All right, all in favor? Aye. Item 7, Leonora Liz requesting from the Board of Estimate to approve the following annual short-term borrowing. 2023 prior band renewal, $12,963,248, and 2023 band new monies, $12,930,734, total $25,193,982. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. This was, we went through this at prior meetings. Any further questions?
Nope.
And we did have, why don't you address the Moody's issue, Leonora?
So we just had a Moody's rating for short-term borrowing of MIG 1, which is top for band borrowing, short borrowing, and A1, which is for long-term. This year, we will be doing short-term borrowing. Essentially, we just also received the bid back from the borrowings. It's coming back at about an interest rate of 3.5663.
And Moody's made some very positive comments about our financial status. One concern was the long-term debt that we had, but they made a notation that the majority of that debt is water sewer, which is self-sustained through fees.
Yes, correct. So a part of the Moody's rating is looking at our debt, current debt. However, they felt that the city's financial health is very strong, and we are able to manage the debt conservatively. They've also made very, very impressive comments about the different things that we're doing here at the city. And most of our fundings is to invest heavily in the water sewer projects. Right now, I think about 4.2 million of our current borrowings will go towards water and sewer.
Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay. So it was motioned by myself, I think, and seconded by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 8, Leonora Liz requesting from the Board of Estimate to approve the following transfer to reimburse the water fund for a completed project. It's high lift pump project, $669,952.91 to interfund transfer to water fund.
So
Motion
moved.
by Massey, seconded by myself. Any questions or comments? Leonora, this is a completed project, and the balance is being moved back into water fund. It was a short-term borrowing from the water fund to pay, and this is the balance left.
Correct.
So this will increase the water fund fund balance.
Correct.
Got you. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 9, Leonora Liz is requesting from the Board of Estimate to approve and authorize the following transfer from various completed general fund projects to cover the sum of the cost of the 2023-2024 capital expenditure plans. And there's a list, and it is a total of $59,719. And yes.
So moved.
So moved by Massey. Seconded by myself. Any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 10, Leonora Liz is requesting the approval to pay Don Paris for ARPA consulting and report filing in the amount of $1,732.91 from ARPA funds. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez. And
Matthew might have a comment.
Mr. Massey, you have a comment? Hello?
What?
He said you have a comment.
Did I answer you?
You usually are a blank slate, so that's good.
Just move on with the meeting. Go on.
This is, Leonora is the reporting for Don. This is, and I thought I just signed something recently that'll go in the next audit.
It's part of this audit.
It's part of this total.
Right, so he did the quarter 1 reporting and quarter 2.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, water and sewer adjustments. 17 Genung Street, two-family, non-owner occupied rental, valid rental permit. Finance Department mailed 4 leak letters last year, August, September, November, December. The maintenance people were unable to find the leak until January, and there were only 2 apartments, and there was usage of over 3,000 gallons a day on several days. And there's no documentation that the leak was corrected by any plumber. Prior usage was anywhere from 35 to 40,000 gallons. And then the last 3 periods were 68, 156, and 75. And the big one was 156 in 2022. And that's when the letters were sent out, August, September, November, and December, and they were non-responsive. Anyone like to make a motion? Did he provide any documentation that the leak was corrected?
There's nothing there.
Okay. Dies for lack of a motion.
Yeah.
That's the only adjustment? Okay, request for adjournment.
So moved.